Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this session, let me introduce myself first. My name is Aulia Agusfina, and I'm a student at Alauddin State Islamic University in English Education Department in the 5th semester. In this opportunity, I will explain about the curriculum development model. And there are 3 questions that I have to answer and explain in this video. And the first is, what the difference between curriculum and syllabus based on the expert theory and also your personal opinion or my personal opinion. Based on the expert theory, I got 3 theories from that. But for your information, because the rules in this video is we must use our or my own words, but if I say about the theory from one or some expert, I don't use my own words because that's his or her opinion. So let's to the first theory. The first theory is from Rogers. According to Rogers, in 1989, syllabi prescribe the content to be conveyed by a given course from only small parts of the total school program, while curriculum is a far broader concept. This more general from the syllabus. Curriculum is all those activities include not only what pupils learn, but how they learned it, how teachers help them learn using what supporting materials, styles, and methods of assessment, and in what kind of facilities. The second theory is from Prince in 1993. Prince also makes a similar distinction between a syllabus and a curriculum. According to him, a syllabus is typically a list of content areas which are to be assessed. Sometimes the list is extended to include a number of objective and learning activities. However, syllabus is officially intended to be a subsection of curriculum. By comparison, a curriculum includes not only content and detailed statement of curriculum intent, like aims, goals, and objectives, but also the other curriculum elements, including detailed learning activities and evaluation procedures. In this part, we can say that Prince feel the idea from Roger. Why? Because in Roger's idea, he didn't say about aims, goal, and objectives, while Prince said and also explained it. And the third theory is from White. In 1988, is of the opinion that the terms curriculum and syllabus are frequently used interchangeable in the US, but in the traditional context, syllabus commonly refers to the content of the subject matter of an individual subject, whereas curriculum usually refers to the totality of content to be taught within a school or educational system. So, let's make conclusion with our own words. And in this session, I will give my conclusion with my own word. From those ideas, I personally think that syllabus is one of the part of curriculum, which is syllabus is description from the curriculum that given by small parts is like topic of list of content that we will learn about, or introduction to the subject that we will learn, while curriculum is about all the activities in learning and teaching from need analysis until the evaluation, and I can say that curriculum is all of thing about learning and teaching. So syllabus is the part that we will explain in curriculum. Then let's move to the second question. The question is, explain about the steps or process in developing a syllabus in external curriculum theory. In this session is about Brown and Richard theory and also the difference between them. So, the process in developing a syllabus in external curriculum theories, it refers to Brown and Richard theory. Let's begin from Brown in 1998-95. It's about Brown's curriculum development model. In 1998, Brown developed a curriculum model that consists of 6 interrelated curriculum components. Those are: the first is need analysis. According to Brown, this is the first process in developing curriculum because this can help the teacher to identify the language forms that students will likely need to use in target language, and also to know and help the teacher to determine the priorities educational instruction for students when learn English specifically in order to make success their course in and future careers. And the second is goals and objective. This about the goals, either the general or specific goals. In these parts, we will make plain about what we will do to attain the student's need. And the third is testing. This is like selecting which is choose a content that relevant with goals and objective. Testing is used to conducting evaluation toward learning and teaching process to know the achievement competencies from the student and also to know whether the learning process can run effectively or not. And at least there are 3 kinds of test categories. Those are placement, diagnostic, and achievement. And the fourth is material. Developing material is important for curriculum planners because material that means in this session is include anything which can be used to facilitate the learning of a language. They can be linguistic, visual, auditory, and other that can be represented in many ways like CD-ROM, print, DVD, and other. And the fifth is teaching. In this session, this one of the important thing in developing a curriculum, and in curriculum development, the teacher must be given more freedom than usual in the classroom to teach as they feel appropriate. And for sure, the achievement and the teacher and students must be aware for the objective for a given course and the testing that will given at the end of the course. And the last is evaluation. Evaluation is the last process according to Brown, and it's about the systematic and analysis of all relevant information necessary from the 5 steps before and the program, whether it's run effectively or not, and also what we will promote and give improvement. And the second theory in the external curriculum development is from Richard in 2001. It's called Richard Curriculum Development Model. In 2001, another language curriculum development theory was proposed by Richard. Richard's model focused in 7 interrelated curriculum elements. Those are: the first is need analysis. This also like the first step in Brown's theory. This is about the student needs, refers to wants, desires, demands, expectation, motivation, and other, also about what will be taught for students. And the second is situation analysis. In situation analysis, we not just talk about what we will be taught, but also how the way we will teach about the material. This is to identify potential obstacles to implementing a curriculum, factors that needed to be considered when planning the parameters of a project. In this part or in this session, just in Richard theory and not said in or not contained in Brown's theory. And the third process or procedure is planning learning outcomes. In this part, we determine the goals and the outcomes of the curriculum. In language program, curriculum developers mostly describe goals in terms of aims and objective. Objective refers to the statement of specific change a program seeks to bring about the result from an analysis of the aim into its different components. And the fourth is course organization. Course organization or course planning and syllabus design used to be considered as the starting point in planning a language program, rather that viewed as an activity occurs in the process of curriculum development. It can be like selecting and organizing the course content. And the sixth and the fifth is selecting and preparing teaching materials. In this part, the teacher must be able to selecting the best material that's suitable for the student needs and prepare the material. And the sixth is providing for effective teaching. This part focuses in how quality teaching can be achieved in a language program. And the seventh is, or the last, is evaluation. In this part, evaluation is to collect information about different aspects of language program in order to understand how the program works. So, let's make different. We have explained about the steps and process in developing a curriculum from Brown and Richard. So, is there any difference? So, from this explanation, we can get the difference between two theories, that is about the situational analysis. Same I have said before about situation analysis. In Brown's curriculum development model, just explain about what we will teach, while in Richard's curriculum development model, fill out the theory from Brown. Not just in Richard's theory, not just explain about what we will teach, but also how the way we will teach. So we can say the difference that in Brown theory just explain about what while in Richard theory also explain about what and how. Then move again to the third question as the last question. And the question is, explain about the developing internal curriculum process or YACA and make difference between theory from Brown, Richard, and YACA and then give the conclusion. So, because last time I have explained about Brown and Richard theory, so in this session I will explain about YACA theories. This model proposed three primary phases. Those are, the first is preliminary phase. In this phase, we make decision in need analysis. We make need analysis procedure probably like questionnaire to know the linguistic needs. For example, grammar, and learning needs, for example, learning preference. After that, we gather information of need analysis which begin from identify and analyze the learning abilities that identify by competence tests and also the learning priorities, and the result from that need analysis is to prioritize the student's ability and select the best material that need to design a course syllabus. And the second phase is development phase. In this phase, there are three important things that we do. The first is select syllabus content. In this part, we select the content that relevant with the student's need in designing syllabus. And the second is the plan the course structure. The second is plan the course structure. In this part, we make a plan or description about the structure that we will do in one course. And the last is develop teaching materials. It's not the last but not least. In this part, we have to develop the teaching material that we will teach in course syllabus. And the last phase in YACA's theory is review phase. In this phase, we begin to try in implementing the content or material that we developed before. After that, we evaluate about all of things that we have done. It's like the evaluate reactions, like self-evaluation questionnaire, learning like pre-test and post-test, and behavior like expert reviews, and then see the result in syllabus design. So, from that explanation, we can conclude that the difference between three models, that in Brown curriculum development model just explain about what we will teach, while in Richard curriculum development model fill out the theory from Brown that not just explain about what in this session what is meant, what we will teach, but also how the way we will teach. But in Richard's model, what and how in separate parts, and while in YACA's curriculum development model make it simple, that make explanation about what and how in the same part. They make in one one part about what and how, so we can easy to understand. So maybe that's all about my explanation about syllabus and curriculum development model, and I have I do apologize if I have many mistakes in my video, and I hope my video can be benefit for us. So, thank you for watching and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.